Good morning, children. Welcome to the English class. Hope you all are good and safe in the home. Children, in today's class, I'm going to teach you from the prose. But before I tell you what the topic is, I'm going to ask you few questions. Have you ever went to your relative's house? Do you have a habit of reading books? Have you ever went to the railway station? Okay. And there is one more important question, children. Have you ever watched a film called Narnia? And what is the film tells about? Yes, the film tells about the story of four children went to the magical world through the wardrobe. Right, children? So likewise, children, in today's class, we are going to see a little girl who enters the magic world through her aunt's wardrobe. So children, are you all ready to hear the story? Okay. So the topic is The Aunt and Amabel. I repeat, the topic is The Aunt and Amabel, written by Edith Nesbit. Now let's see about the author. Edith Nesbit was an English author and poet. She published her books for children under the names of E. Nesbit. She wrote or collaborated on more than 60 books of children literature. She was also a political activist and co-founder of the Fabian Society. Okay, children, now let's see the important characters of this lesson. The first character, Amabel, a little girl who is visiting her aunt. Amabel's auntie, Porter, a man who wears white satin. And finally, we have the character called Mayor. Okay, children, now let's see the introduction. This story is taken from Edith Nesbit's book called The Magic World. Amabel is a little girl who is visiting her aunt. To make her aunt happy, Amabel plucks flowers from the greenhouse and sticks them into the ground in front of her aunt's window. When her aunt sees this, she gets upset and stops talking to Amabel. In this extract, Amabel is alone in her aunt's bedroom. She is looking for something to read and finds a magical book. Okay, children, that's all about introduction. And now let's get into the story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Amabel. One day, Amabel came to visit her aunt. So, children, here who came to visit the aunt? Yes, Amabel. And after coming to her aunt's home, Amabel, in order to make her auntie happy, she plucks the flowers from the greenhouse. Children, here the word greenhouse means a glass house where plants are grown and kept protected is called greenhouse. Children, look at this picture. This is called greenhouse. So Amabel plucks the flowers from the greenhouse and keeps the flower in her aunt's window. So children, here where did Amabel pluck the flowers? Yes, in the greenhouse. And when her aunt sees these flowers in her window, she gets upset and stops talking to Amabel. And now Amabel was in the room. Children, here who was in the room? Yes, Amabel was in the room. And she was looking for something to read, but there was nothing. Only on the dressing table she could find a book which was covered in red velvet. So children, how was the book covered with? Yes, the book covered with red velvet. And on the book there is a letters A, B, C, which is embroidered in yellow silk. So children, what was written on the top of the book? Yes, it was written like A, B, C. And so, after seeing that book, Amabel think that the book would be a picture alphabet. So children, here what did Amabel think when she saw the book? Yes, she thinks that the book would be a picture alphabet. And when she opened the book, it looks like a dictionary. But it was some kind of train timetable. And so Amabel looked up the names of all the places she knew. Brington is the place where she had once spent a month. Rugby is the place where her brother was at school and her home. So children, in which place did Amabel spend a month? Yes, in the Brington she spent a month. And where was her home? Yes, in the Rugby. And Amabel, while looking the book, she saw the extraordinary name, Where You Want to Go To. This was odd, but the name of the station from which the train started was still more extraordinary. It was Big Wardrobe in Spare Room. So children, what is the name of the railway station? Yes, Where You Want to Go To. And under that in small letters, You had better go now. So Amabel, without thinking, she went straight to the big wardrobe which is in the room. She opened the door and she went inside. And there she saw most amazingly a crystal cave, very oddly shaped like a railway station. And so children, how did Amabel get into that magical world? Yes, through the big wardrobe she went into the magical world. And while Amabel standing in the railway station, a porter in white satin hurried forward to take Amabel's luggage. Her luggage was the ABC book, which was still held in her hand. Children, porter means a person whose job is to carry luggage or other things is called porter. And then the porter greeted Amabel in a most friendly way, and by his greetings, Amabel gets cheered up and smiled over him. And then the porter took Amabel to the train, and the train was made entirely crystals, and the cushions were of white satin, and there were 3 little electric buttons near the cushion. And on the buttons in silver letters, they were written like what you want to eat, what you want to drink, what you want to read. When Amabel saw the buttons, she pressed all the three buttons at once and immediately she saw the food on the cushion in a silver tray with vanilla ice cream, boiled chicken, white sauce, almonds, peppermint cream, and were mashed potato and a tall glass of lemonade. So, children, what she got for eating? Yes, she got vanilla ice cream, boiled chicken, and they were like white sauce, almonds, peppermint creams, and mashed potato. And for drink, she got lemonade. And beside the tray, having a lot of delicious food, there was a book. Children, as soon as she finished the last spoon of ice cream, she stopped reading the last line of her book. And suddenly, the train stopped in a station. And she found there were hundreds of railway officers who were wearing white velvet color clothes. And she immediately came out of the train with friendly porter and saw the crowd in the station. And she asked to the porter, "What's all that?" And he said, "It's the mayor, dear Miss Amabel." So children, what the porter said? He said that it's a mayor. And here the word mayor means a person who is elected as head of city or town and is responsible for its government. Okay, children? And so here the mayor came near to Amabel and he bowed low and said, "Welcome, dear Amabel. We know you meant to please your aunt. It's not your fault that you didn't know that you should ask permission before you touch other people's things." Children, here the word bowed low means bent forward to greet and show respect. It's called bowed low. So children, here the mayor first welcomed her and greeted her to his town, that is where you want to go to. And then the mayor said to Amabel, "We know that you plucked the flowers from your aunt's greenhouse just to make your aunt happy. But it does not wrong that plucking the flowers from the greenhouse, because you didn't know that. Like our parents or elders always try to teach us that don't touch others' things without asking them. Right, children? That's what our parents used to teach us, right? But here, Amabel was not aware of that, and she didn't know that we should ask permission before touching any other things. And as she was not aware of that, and what she did? Without asking her aunt's permission, she plucked the flowers from her aunt's greenhouse. And after talking with Amabel, the mayor had arranged flower show, concert, and also a grand dinner party, and there were thousands of guests were assembled together in that dinner party. And soon the crowd shouted, "Speech! Speech!" Here, the crowd were asking Amabel to give a speech, and after her speech, suddenly her aunt stood beside her and she looks very tall and beautiful in an elegant dress. And again the crowd started shouting, "Speech! Speech from Auntie!" And so now Auntie stood beside Amabel and said, "I think perhaps I was hasty, and I think Amabel meant to please me, but those flowers were meant for the winter. Well, I was annoyed. I'm sorry." And children, after her aunt's speech, Amabel cried and finally they both hugged each other. And after the party over, when it's night time, the stars were came out and Amabel fell asleep in her aunt's arm. And beside there was a fountain, and they were sitting in the marble terrace. And a white peacock came to drink water in that fountain. Soon Amabel fell asleep in her aunt's arm, and when she wakes up, she was in the big bed with her aunt's arm. And she said sleepily, "Oh, Auntie, I'm so sorry, but I mean to please you." And her aunt, with smilingly, said to Amabel, "Yes, I'm sure you meant to please me, Amabel, but don't need to worry. Now get up, come down to supper." And so Amabel gets up and looked around for the magical book, but it was nowhere. So children, that's all about the story. Now let's see the vocabulary. Cushion, which means pillow. Elegant, which means graceful. Shining, which means bright. Luggage, which means baggage. Entirely, which means completely. Greenhouse, which means a glass house where plants are grown and kept protected. Extraordinary, which means uncommon or different. Porter, porter, which means a person whose job is to carry luggage or other things. Stain, stain, which means shiny cloth or smooth. Grinning, grinning, which means smiling. Okay children, so for today's homework is that you have to write the vocabulary of this prose in your rough note, not in your classwork. Children, I repeat, you have to write vocabulary of this prose only in your rough note, not in your classwork. And children, while writing, kindly read and write. Okay children? Okay, I hope you all understood this lesson. Thank you.